This person drove past your home slowly. Their next action will reveal a painful secret. Archangel Michael says, listen closely because something shifted the moment that vehicle slowed in front of your home. That wasn't a coincidence. The one behind the wheel carried more than just eyes, they carried memory, motive, and something they've hidden from you far too long. It started quietly, with the engine barely humming, as if they didn't want to be noticed. But they stared, lingering longer than any stranger should. Behind that glance was not curiosity but recognition, deep, piercing, and connected to your past. You've sensed it before. A strange pull. The feeling that someone knew too much about your life, yet never showed their face completely. And now the car returns. The same pattern. The same dark-tinted glass. But this time, they are not just observing. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They are preparing to drop a truth that can no longer be hidden. A truth buried years ago, locked behind guilt, silence, and betrayal. You are not imagining it, someone from your history has come closer than you ever expected. Archangel Michael says, the sky watches as shadows return to unfinished paths. And the road in front of your home is now part of a story about to resurface. They know something that changes everything. Not just about your past, but about why certain things went missing, why someone disappeared, and why your name was whispered with fear. This person was once trusted. But something shattered that bond. And now their return isn't for closure, it's for confession. Type Amen to get blessing 444. They carry a letter, a piece of jewelry, or an object you once owned but never got back. And the reason they held on to it all these years is rooted in guilt. They are terrified of what you'll do when you finally know the truth. There was a decision made years ago behind your back. It involved another person, possibly family, who chose to hide the consequences from you. What this driver knows connects to that betrayal. They've rehearsed what they'll say if you catch them. But their eyes tell a different story. Their next step is not brave, it's desperate. Your house, your name, your memories are all part of something they've avoided facing. But destiny never forgets unfinished chapters. Type Amen to get blessing 555. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. This individual is about to come back in person. They will pretend it's just a coincidence, a random visit. But watch their hands. Watch how they shake. Their heart is burdened with something too heavy for silence anymore. The truth is leaking through their posture, their words, their hesitation. They are afraid not of you, but of the secret. Archangel Michael says, the energy around your doorstep is stirring. You may feel restless, confused, or even suddenly nostalgic. That's because the spiritual realm is activating memories in preparation for this encounter. You might notice signs. Flickering lights. Disrupted sleep. Sudden songs reminding you of someone. These are not random. Type Amen to get blessing 666. This person was there when something terrible was decided. They didn't speak up. They didn't stop it. And now they want to cleanse their soul by revealing what they witnessed. They'll pretend it's all for your healing. But in truth, they are trying to relieve their conscience. They carry pictures, voice notes, or messages they never meant for you to see. You are being watched not with harm, but with hope that you'll be forgiving. But your spirit knows better. You feel the tension between their eyes and your doorway. They know where you live. Not just the house. They know the cracks in the wall. The spot you used to sit. They studied it. Type Amen to get blessing 777. This is not a stranger. It's someone who laughed with you once. And now they cry in secret because of what they're about to reveal. The story they bring will break your heart before it frees you. Because in their tale is a name you trusted, a place you loved, and a moment you'll never forget. The car outside wasn't just parked. It was haunted. The air around it held unspoken apologies, regrets, and a truth that's ready to detonate. You are about to be pulled into a confrontation your soul has already sensed. The silence before it will be your warning. Type Amen to get blessing 888. They will show you something in their phone. A message sent to the wrong person. A picture taken without permission. Proof that someone manipulated your past. You'll feel dizzy. You'll want to scream. But hold your power, because truth only enters when you're still enough to receive it. They waited too long to come back. And now their timing feels more like fate. What they reveal will shake family lines, expose fake friends, and explain long unanswered questions. Archangel Michael says, your spirit is protected. You were never abandoned. The delay was divine, because only now are you ready to hear. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There's a reason this secret was hidden. It involves more than one person. It was a pact, made in fear, to hide a painful reality from you. But God has reversed the clock. The guilt grew too large. And now this person is coming undone in front of your very eyes. Do not let their tears fool you. Their heart is heavy, but their silence hurt you more. And now justice is demanding revelation. They might pretend it's small. But the secret is bigger than they show. It's not just personal, it's prophetic. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Your home was chosen as the final stage for this truth. Where they parked, paused, and peered, was the universe drawing them in. The moment they stepped into your street, destiny started unfolding. They've seen your social media. They've watched your growth. And it scared them, because they thought the truth they buried would never surface again. But heaven has a clock. And time is up. They will not be able to hold it anymore. Their lips will shake. Their voice will crack. They will say it. Type Amen to get blessing 222. And when they do, the pain will be sharp. Because the person they name is someone you thought protected you. Someone you would have trusted with your life. There was a document. A lie. A silence. And this person knew it. They will beg you not to expose them. But what they say is only part one. There is another coming behind them. Someone more dangerous. Archangel Michael says, your angels are standing guard. You are not alone. But you must not ignore the signs. Type Amen to get blessing 000. This truth will awaken something in you. A power. A clarity. A path you forgot you had. You'll remember moments that never made sense before. You'll connect dots. You'll realize you were right all along. Your house is sacred now. No more secrets in shadows. Only exposure, freedom, and divine justice. They didn't just drive by. They drove toward a moment that will change your life. Type Amen to get blessing 101. They're close now. Perhaps hours away. Perhaps already on your street. Preparing. Rehearsing. Shaking. But your spirit already knew. That's why your sleep was broken. That's why the wind felt strange. Don't run. Don't hide. Stand tall in the truth. The blessing in this pain is your liberation. You will not be crushed. You will be crowned. Because the one who drove by thinking you'd never know, just brought the storm that will clear your sky forever. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They'll return again. Maybe not immediately, but they will circle back. This time, they'll bring the item they've hidden, the one you didn't even know was missing but once held deep meaning for you. You will feel a rush in your heart as soon as they appear. The air will change. The moment will carry a chill that doesn't come from the weather but from the energy they bring. They don't just carry secrets, they carry shame. What they're holding was supposed to be delivered to you years ago. But someone intercepted it and altered the story. Type Amen to get blessing 121. Their voice will tremble when they say your name. It won't be the same tone they used before. It will be dipped in sorrow, edged with guilt, and lined with fear. There's something in their eyes, a truth so painful it nearly drowns them every night. They've lived in the shadows of their decisions. Now, those shadows are being dragged into your light. Archangel Michael says, do not allow fear to stop you from hearing. You were born to confront this. Not for revenge, but for resurrection. You have unknowingly carried the consequences of someone else's sin. But that chain is being broken tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 454. A name will be mentioned, a person you have not thought of in a long time. Their memory will hit you like a wave. Not because you miss them, but because you finally understand why they vanished. They were part of this hidden chapter. And they let the lie live too long. But the chain of deception breaks with the truth that is coming. You'll feel pressure in your chest when you hear the full story. That's your spirit reacting. It's the old wound remembering where it came from. This person will try to cry, to hold your hands, to beg for forgiveness before they even finish explaining. But your strength will rise with each word they speak. Type Amen to get blessing 717. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. You will realize how long this pain had been circling your life like a shadow. You'll finally see how it affected your relationships, your confidence, your inner peace. The truth may sting, but it will also clear the path. A heavy door will swing open inside your soul. The sound of it may echo for days. They never thought you would find out. That's why they stayed away so long. But now, they are being spiritually pushed to speak. They will say, I'm sorry, but it won't be enough. You needed action years ago. And now you will take the lead in rewriting the end. Type Amen to get blessing 828. There is a location tied to this pain. Maybe a house, a room, or a specific date on the calendar. When it is mentioned, your heart will immediately recognize the connection. What they reveal will validate your instincts. It will confirm that what you felt all along was not paranoia, it was truth hiding beneath polite lies. You will feel a storm rise inside you. That's not anger alone. That's power returning to the place it was stolen from. Archangel Michael says, rise above their tears. Do not let emotion blur the facts. You have waited too long for this unveiling. Type Amen to get blessing 393. The person who drove past your home thinks they still hold control over the narrative. But the divine already changed the script. They will try to lead the story. But your silence will break them. You don't need to shout, your truth will roar on its own. They never imagined you would glow after so much loss. But now, your glow exposes their guilt like sunlight hitting a locked drawer. You are becoming untouchable, not because of revenge, but because of truth. And truth is a flame they cannot survive in. Type Amen to get blessing 202. You'll receive messages, maybe from people connected to them. They'll say things like, give them a chance, or, they're not the same person anymore. But those words will ring hollow. You don't need to punish them. Life already did. Your role now is to protect your peace, not repair what was never yours to fix. The gift in this moment isn't what they bring, it's what you remember about yourself. The strength you lost. The clarity you buried. The intuition you silenced. Now it all returns. With power. With vision. With divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 565. This event will open other doors. You'll start receiving messages from people who were quiet before. Their tongues will loosen now. The veil is lifting for more than one secret. Old pictures will be found. Recordings, journals, receipts, evidence that confirms how deep the betrayal went. You may cry, but your tears will purify the path ahead. You are not a victim in this story. You are the one the light chose to carry revelation. You will feel the presence of spiritual guardians close to you during this time. They are not just watching, they are fighting beside you in realms unseen. Type Amen to get blessing 676. The more this person speaks, the more truth will spill from others. One voice will trigger many. One truth will break the dam of deception. They will admit they knew something would happen to you, but they didn't stop it. That confession alone will shift your entire world. You will stand in silence for a moment afterward. That silence will carry weight. It will be sacred. You will no longer live under the cloud of confusion. Because when you finally hear what they've hidden, you'll breathe like someone returning to life. Type Amen to get blessing 383. They'll ask you what you want to do next. But you don't have to answer right away. The real power is not in reacting, but in knowing. Knowing sets you free. Knowing prepares you. Knowing arms you with understanding no one can steal again. Archangel Michael says, your house is now a gate of justice. What was once a target of manipulation is now a fortress of light. Your name will carry clarity. Your presence will bring discomfort to liars. Because you now walk with unveiled eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 737. You are being positioned for something higher. This confrontation is not a setback. It is a divine alignment. Your soul was built for moments like this. You may not feel ready, but you are more prepared than they could ever imagine. When they drove past, they thought it was harmless. But that moment activated heaven's attention. The wind whispered your name to the angels. And now, no more delays. The truth is marching toward your doorstep. Let it come. Type Amen to get blessing 404. They thought you wouldn't notice them. But your spirit did. Even before your eyes caught the car, your soul reacted to the energy it carried. Something in you stirred. A forgotten chill. A warning wrapped in instinct. You were never meant to miss this moment. This was a setup from the heavens, to give you clarity where you once had confusion. The person who drove past doesn't know how spiritually awake you are now. They believed you'd still be blind. Type Amen to get blessing 919. But you're no longer who you were. You've evolved through fire. You've walked through betrayal and came out glowing with truth. Their attempt to pass by silently has failed. Because the energy they bring cannot be hidden anymore. Even without seeing their face, you feel their weight. The moment they slow down again, something new will be revealed. They may bring someone with them. Or they may leave something at your door. Be alert. This isn't over. Their return has a purpose, and it's tied to a confession that can't be delayed any longer. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. You might hear knocking. Or see a note. Maybe it's a message sent anonymously. It'll look innocent, but what's written will strike your core. Their words will mention events you didn't know they were aware of. That's your proof. They were closer to the pain than they ever admitted. You'll hold that message and feel torn between anger and understanding. But what matters most is what follows. The real confrontation is coming in person. Archangel Michael says, your silence has power. But when you do speak, your voice will shake their lies from the root. Type Amen to get blessing 414. They are expecting you to panic. But you won't. They're expecting you to yell. But you won't. What you'll do is stay centered and let the truth crash down around them. Because once truth awakens, it doesn't stop. Their life will begin unraveling in front of your eyes. And the same street they drove down? It'll now haunt them with memories they can't escape. You'll watch them crumble, not from your actions, but from the divine timing of justice. They'll walk away differently this time. They'll carry your silence like a mirror. And they will never forget what it reflected back at them. Type Amen to get blessing 505. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There is a voice they fear more than yours, the voice of someone else who knows the same secret. That second person is watching, waiting, and may reach out to you next. When that call comes, answer it. Because it will be the final piece to the story. And with it, the full picture will come into focus. You'll realize how far this went. How many people played a part. How deeply this deception ran into your life. But you'll also realize this, it ends with you. You are the wall. You are the line between what was hidden and what will be healed. Type Amen to get blessing 626. They may try to explain it away. They'll say they were young. Or scared. Or confused. But none of it will erase what happened. You'll remember what you lost because of this. The moments. The trust. The relationships that crumbled without you knowing why. But you won't be broken. Instead, you'll be empowered. Because now you know. And knowing is the most dangerous thing to those who live in lies. Archangel Michael says, this is the moment of return. Not just theirs, but yours. Your return to your truth. Your throne. Your divine place. Type Amen to get blessing 303. There's something powerful about this season in your life. Doors are unlocking. Hidden files are opening. Spiritual justice is rolling in like a storm. Every time they drove past your home, a countdown began. A countdown to a confrontation that was written long ago in divine scrolls. You are not alone. Heaven is with you. Your ancestors are watching. And they are proud of how far you've come. Their next visit will be unplanned. But it will be the final piece of the puzzle. The words they fear saying will finally escape their lips. Type Amen to get blessing 118. You will feel chills. You may feel tears. But after that, you'll feel peace. A peace you haven't known in years. Because this story, once hidden, will finally be aired. And you will no longer carry the weight of wondering. The silence that wrapped around your home is now charged with angelic force. The air itself is listening. Every inch of space around you is charged with truth. Be still. Be strong. Because the one who drove past you is not just bringing a secret, they're bringing closure. Type Amen to get blessing 717. They will try to disguise the reason they came. Their voice will carry casual words, but their eyes will betray the truth. The weight they bring cannot be hidden under a smile. You will notice how they glance around nervously. They're checking for witnesses. They fear that the secret they are about to share will be overheard. They weren't supposed to come alone. But the others backed out. And now, they're forced to carry the guilt of everyone who played a part in your pain. Type Amen to get blessing 989. They will hand you something small, an envelope, a key, a torn page from a journal. Whatever it is, it holds more than paper. It holds memories. Proof. Betrayal. When you touch it, you'll feel a shock in your spirit. Not physical, but divine. It's the vibration of buried truth finally coming to surface. Your mind will race, trying to match timelines, names, events. And slowly, everything will click. This moment was meant for you all along. Archangel Michael says, this is not revenge. This is rebalancing. What was stolen is returning through revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 828. The driver will fumble with their words. They'll say, you have to understand, I didn't know what to do. But you'll remember what they didn't do, and that silence hurt worse. You will hear the names of people who smiled in your face while knowing the truth. Their masks are about to melt. Their lies will not survive the presence of divine light. There's an item that's missing from your past. They will tell you where it went, who took it, and why they never gave it back. And when they say the reason, you will finally understand why you've felt off for years. Type Amen to get blessing 343. This is not just about you. Someone else suffered too. Someone you cared about but thought had betrayed you. But the truth is, they were silenced. Manipulated. Used as a distraction while the real betrayal happened elsewhere. That person may come forward too. Or they may send a message. When they do, believe it. They were waiting for the first confession before they felt brave enough. Because your truth is connected to theirs. One secret. Two victims. One divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The next 48 hours after the reveal will feel intense. Emotions will flood. Memories will sharpen. And your intuition will become louder than ever before. You may want to isolate. You may want to cry. Let it all out. That's part of the healing. The purge before the rise. Because you are not just learning the truth, you are shifting into your highest alignment. This pain is not your end. It's your rebirth. They thought this would destroy you. But instead, it's awakening your fire. Type Amen to get blessing 404. You will be contacted again. This time, by someone you never expected. Someone who was quiet in your life, who observed from a distance. They knew something but feared stepping forward. Now they can't stay quiet. Your glow is pulling truth out of hiding. One by one, hidden voices will rise to support your justice. A pattern will appear. You'll notice they all point back to one moment. One decision. One person. And that person will be revealed soon. Archangel Michael says, you will not need to search for them. They will be exposed without you lifting a finger. Type Amen to get blessing 656. There may be resistance. Others may try to twist the narrative, make you seem unstable or unforgiving. Ignore the noise. The truth always faces resistance before it settles in. But once it does, it becomes undeniable. Let them talk. Let them panic. Let them scatter. You hold the power now. Not in your fists, but in your truth. And your truth cannot be silenced anymore. It was always meant to break through. Type Amen to get blessing 909. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The street where they slowed down will never feel the same again. It will become sacred ground. A symbol of transformation. That slow drive was their soul surrendering to divine order. What they meant to hide has now been appointed for exposure. They came thinking they still had control. But they've only released control to the heavens. Now, you walk into this next chapter not wounded, but wiser. Not scared, but spiritually armed. Because the truth you hold now, it is your crown. Type Amen to get blessing 222.